Hello everyone, this is Yoshi542 and I'm back with another Ace Tanker replay. Oh, didn't mean to spoil the Ace Tanker, but by the time you already, you know, selected this YouTube video to watch, you realize, oh, it says Ace Tanker over there right on the title. So I'm being redundant. Anyway, this map that I'm playing the WZ-101 Model 1.4 on is Fjords. Don't really like this map, but it's an okay map, I guess. It's not symmetrical. Usually I like the symmetrical maps. Uh, uh, Aside from that rant, I will be spawning on the northwestern side with this tier 9 Chinese heavy. So, got nothing else to say. Let's just get it started. As normal, it's going to be mainly a fixed cam, so we'll see my POV as I play during this. And this is an ace tanker for not necessarily me playing like amazingly well, but more of me getting into a lot of very fortunate situations that normally, wow, you don't expect someone to get that lucky. You know, you run into a bunch of guys that basically you just unload on them and do a lot of damage. And that's how it turns out to be an ace tanker in this game. But having said that, it's still a pretty good game. I mean, if I were to really rate this game 1 out of 10, I'd probably rate this a good 7.5, maybe 8. It was a pretty good game, but it was not like, truly worthy of an ace tanker. Maybe a first class. Undoubtedly a second class mastery. So this is unusual. I'm gonna pause this really quick. This is unusual for the main reason that I am going straight to this area where usually the mediums and the scout tanks and maybe even the TD goes when you're spawned on the northwest side of the map. I'm not going to the conventional area, which is normally, if I'm a heavy, then I go to the south area, which is J5, J6, because, well, J6 is water, but you know what I mean. It's basically me going here due to the fact, why am I doing this? Because the 111 is pretty mobile, but I'm a heavy tank. I'm kind of like an IS-8. Shouldn't I be heading south? No one is heading south. If you look at the mini-map right now, there's no one there. The closest person to the south is this T-71, and he is far away. T-34, he looks like he's either AFK or he decides, okay, maybe I'll just sit back here at spawn, and if anyone comes, I'll shoot at him. So let's resume the game. And here I am. I try to take a shot off at the Centurion, and I hit him. Slightly below average damage roll. 490 damage gun, 480 roll on the Centurion, and I decide to back off and I'll let the T-71 do it because he has better mobility, and the Centurion 7-1 also is helping out the T-71 to get some pot shots off on that Centurion 1 and IS-3 that's heading down to the southern part of the map. They lose sight of him pretty quickly, and we have a lot of guys heading to the northeastern pass, as you could tell. But we're basically spread out here in the center north of the map. There's a T-34. Gets spotted, and I know he's not alone as soon as I notice that tree gets knocked down, falls over. So you gotta wonder, okay, so what else does he have? SDA-1 shoots at me. I knock his treads, but I didn't do actual numerical damage to him, so he's fortunate. So I'm gonna try a little bit side scrape here. Another one, which my tracks absorb. I knocked the tracks off the T-74 and he ricochets off me. His reload speed's a bit longer than mine, so I could technically out DPM him. But I play cautiously nonetheless. Somewhat cautiously. Go for a shot here. That was a pretty angled shot, but the gun is strong enough, even with the regular AP on a T-34's hull. Want to go for another shot here, and I do as well. Solid shot there, above average damage roll with 542. And that SEA hits me. I'm getting hit by a lot, mainly by that AMX, but I want to try to get the T-34, but he backs up into the safe zone, so I did a somewhat clutch shot there, and I took out the tracks of the SD-81. That AMX 1375 is being a pest, but I decided to focus on SEA-1 mainly. Instead, I changed my mind and I killed the AMX 1375, finishing him off pretty easily. as he was being rushed by the T-71 and the Centurion 71. The Centurion gets tracked and damaged, so I'm going to go help him reinforce him and finish off the T-34. So that's 2 kills now, and I have done 2,300 damage. So this is, so far, okay. This is fine. 2 tanks down, make that 3. And I've done 2,800 damage, so that's pretty good. Even if I died right here, I would have been okay with it. But we're far from done. We're far from done. So I'm going to make a rash move here. I am going to head straight down, straight back to the spawn, our spawn, by looping around, taking the central path. And you see the minimap, there's at least 3 tanks outside our spawn. So we have a T-34, Jagdtiger 88, and a Jagdtiger coming back to help reinforce. And me, to help stop that cap. So here I am, I'm slowing down so I can get a clean shot on the Super Pershing. Hit the side of his thing, and I'm using heat kind of dumbly, because he does have space armor. And I don't notice that E-75 until a little bit later, probably like 20 seconds from now. Okay, never mind, sooner than that. Yeah, I get shot in the back by the E-75, but he does 355 damage, so he does not have the 128mm gun. He has the 105. I eventually finished off the Super Pershing, even though I was using heat like a dolt. I shouldn't have used heat, but I wanted to make sure I do enough penetration, and I got lucky there. That could have killed me. And I keep pushing here because I want to get out of the view of the E-75. He could have killed me by shooting me in the rear. That VK-4502B left his side exposed for me, so I at least got 1 shot off at him. There's the E-75. I still have heat loaded, but I hit him even though he was angled. That one damaged him well, and I already did 5k damage and at least 4 kills now, so that's really good. This shot, I kind of screwed that up. I aimed low. I could have finished him off if I aimed just at, you know, his side turret, which was exposed nice and clean, but I kind of dragged the aim down as soon as I fired, and I hit the angled armor of his. Now, that's done, and the game is surprisingly even. We stopped the cap, but it's 5 tanks alive for both sides. Me, a M46 Patton, a Jagdtiger, regular Jagdtiger, M53, 55 artillery, and a T-34 versus theirs, which is a Leopard Prototype A, an M46 Patton, a Waffentrager Panzer IV, a GW Tiger, and another Jagdtiger 88. Now this M46 Patton is going to be reinforcing this side, or at least defending in case they try to push, and the T-34 Jagdtiger is going to go north while I'm going to help this Patton. I hit him, good shot for 80 damage on his very, very susceptible suspension in the front. Already did 44 damage, but basically just tracked me. And I finished off the Jagdtiger 88 with an above average roll. Now I want to pause this really quick. Now, if I did not do the full 534 damage to kill the Jagdtiger 88, he might have been able to kill me. I was tracked. My repair kit was used, I think. Yeah, it's used, but I don't know if I used it before or after this. And I was in a bad position, because if I did not do the full damage to kill him outright, he could have killed me before the M46 would have tried to finish him off. So that was a really close but tough situation, but it's not over yet. So I'm gonna bob in and out here along with a Patton. We're both low health and we could both dive from 1 shot. I'm a bit cautious even though I am the heavier tank, so I have slightly better armor, assuming I don't get shot in the thing. I tried to go for kind of a clutch shot there, didn't hit him. Or if it did, it hit the very, very top of the turret and skimmed him a little bit. Leopard does a bounce on my turret, so no damage. Already goes for a shot. He misses me. Nice shot by M46 Patton. You can tell he does not have the 105mm gun. Sadly, the Leopard finishes him off. And this is where my Chinese tank gun depression comes into play, but I was able to bob in and finish him off. I have now 6 kills and a Top Gun, and over 6,100 damage done, which is pretty impressive all things considering. So I'm gonna keep pushing but I am very cautious. There's only one tank left, and that's their artillery, the GW Tiger that took out my tracks, I believe. And he tried going for another shot, and obviously, since he didn't know where I was, he didn't hit me whatsoever that time. The artillery, that is. We're still pushing, me, M53, M55, and the Yak Tiger. Although the Yak Tiger is really slow, so by the time he makes it to the cap or wherever the enemy is, it's gonna be a while. Since I'm the most mobile out of the three of us, I'm probably gonna scout first, but I'm gonna stop in an area nearby here where there's some cover, and I'm going to sit and wait for at least one of these guys to come in, and that way we can both push at once instead of being killed one at a time. Even though it's a GW Tiger and has a long reload since it is artillery, I want to be a little cautious. I don't want to, you know, just die recklessly by charging and trying to kill him first. So then 53, 55 is close. I did say I was going to wait for them both, but I decided, you know what, I'll just wait for them 53 and 55. This American arty will be able to do the job. It will probably get their attention, and hopefully the enemy will miss their shot in TD mode against the M53, and one of us will kill him. So I'm going to go for the cap, just to get his attention. M53 is already at the southeastern peninsula, and there he goes. He spots him, and watch what happens here. Oh, nice TD mode shot. The GW Tiger finished him off. So I have to get a shot in before he reloads, but, well, actually I do. I finish him, and there it is. GG. 6,651 damage done at least. We'll take a look at the post-game stats just to see exactly what happened and how much damage I really did, considering I got 7 kills and all this other crap that just made this game turn out to be something from okay to something, wow, that was pretty good. So here we are at the post-game stats. As you can see, there was a whole lot of tanks that I actually damaged here. About 10 of them, with 18 penetrations out of the 20 shots fired, and 19 of them hit. 95% accuracy ratio, or percentage, or whatever. But it was extremely high. I got all these badges, medals, you know. I got Fire for Effect, I got Duelist, I got Hand of God, and Bruiser. Steel Wall, which was kind of surprising. High Caliber, which was pretty obvious. Top Gun, since I did get at least 6 enemy vehicle kills. One more and I would have gotten a Pools medal, or was that a Radley Walters? I forget, I get them mixed up. It's rare to get a Pools or a Radley Walters. And a Spartan. Here, sorting it by damage, I did the most damage in game, tied with the most kills, since the Waffentrager Panzer IV on the enemy team had 7 kills as well, and he did about just under 1,000 damage, less than me. Moving on to these stats, you can see the XP gain was huge. Before premium, 1600. After 2413, and since it was a daily double, 4826. Which is still a lot for only a double. If it was a 5 times weekend multiplier, then it would have been probably over 12k experience gained. Here, we see I got a hefty amount of credits. I did use some heat, so I paid a price for using quite a lot of heat. 40k worth, but having said that, since I killed a Super Pershing, and this was during a weekend where if you kill an American medium tank, you get a 50% bonus credit multiplier for that game, and in this case I did. I killed a Super Pershing, so I get an extra 42,753 credits, along with my 85k that I received due to all the damage that I did. Okay, so if you heard that, that was just actually my chair creaking. Don't worry about it. After all said and done, this game was a weird game because it was basically me just getting a lot of really good engagements, and I was basically just rushing in, and most of the game I was playing either defensive or offensive. It was kind of alternating between both. It was not me completely camping, but it was not me completely suiciding either. There was a point where a couple close calls with the E75 and the Yog Tiger 88 who could have killed me, or even the Leopard Puda Type A could have killed me as well. But I was really lucky that it didn't happen. It could have been one of those games where I could have just died straight up due to a bad roll too. I was lucky that when I think of it, I was really lucky that I didn't die due to the T-34. He had some bounces on me, and same with the SG-A1. It could have been really worse early on, but things are going in my favor. Okay, so now that that's said and done, this replay commentary is basically over. This is Yoshi542. If you did enjoy the video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. I admit I have been failing with my English, meaning I have been kind of talking badly and I'm not thinking out my words. I kind of just spit them out and garble it onto these casts. So in the future, I will try to enunciate a little bit more and make it a little less random. Nonetheless, thank you for watching.